There's a new breed of celebrities in Japan causing one scandal after another. So the latest scandal involves Toru Furuya, a 70-year-old anime voice actor who has acted in anime series you might have heard of, like Dragon Ball, Sailor Moon, Gundam, and Case Closed, also known as Detective Conan. So you know how the Marvel Universe is a movie juggernaut in the West? Well, Conan is the Marvel of Japan, with Conan film coming out each year grossing more and more than the previous one. Within the top 20 highest grossing Japanese films, 2 Conan films have ranked, alongside Ghibli and Shinkai Makoto films. And in case you've never watched Conan, it's a mystery series with rom-com elements, so someone gets murdered and girls start discussing who's dating whom in front of a freaking corpse! Although Toru's career did quiet down, he suddenly experienced a renaissance in his 60s when he was cast as Toru Amuro in Conan, a mysterious secret agent that girls go crazy over. Amuro's female fanbase is so huge. He has his own perfume, was featured in a cover of An, a famous Japanese women's magazine, and in the Conan film where he plays a major role, Zero the Enforcer, the production team made sure to include this line to reassure his female fans. Amuro-san って彼女いるの? 僕の恋人はこの国さ. Girls, this is just between us, but if a guy ever responds like that in real life, he's a player. Run away! Toru's wife Satomi Majima was also ecstatic seeing how happy her husband was. Satomi was also a voice actress who retired to focus on her family despite her talent. In March 2019, Toru posted this family photo and things seemed like they kept getting better and better. Until he decided to reenact this line from a character he played all the way back in the 90s. 若い女の子の肌はピチピチしてフレッシュだ. The ego of Toru during this time was insane. It's over 9,000! He dyed his hair to look like Amuro and was posting on Twitter X as if he were Amuro. Girls were flocking to him and Toru was ecstatic that he was experiencing a moteki. Moteki, which literally means the period of having, is a concept that refers to a period where you get the most romantic attention. It's said that everyone experiences at least 3 motekis in their lives. So this was probably the last and the biggest moteki of Toru, and his behaviors during the fan meetings seem to be crossing the lines as these pictures show. Oh my god, is he taking advantage of his fans? If that's what you thought, don't worry. This is what his fans wanted and Toru was simply being a professional. Even though he's super straight with his toxic masculinity, he showed the same dedication to his male fans. He's even giving that extra touch. In 2016, a girl in her late 20s became a fan of Detective Conan and then became obsessed with the character Amuro, watching Zero the Enforcer 45 times. She then started sending fan letters and live chat gifts, like this crazy amount, to Toru, and I gotta wonder, where is she getting all the money from? After attending a Toru fan meeting, she received a message from an unknown number, which turned out to be from Toru himself. Toru would impress the girl using voices of anime characters he played. Remember, Amuro as a character was so huge that Japanese TV shows would have features on girls talking about their love for Amuro. 素晴らしいね。Amuro, Toru です。俺は革命軍参謀総長のサバだ。俺と一緒に Despite being in his late 70s at the time, Toru was acting like a rock star. Cops were called when he punched her in the face, and when she became pregnant, he pressured her to get an abortion. And by the way, you might have wondered how rich the fangirl was. I mean, well, it turns out that she worked as a delivery health lady. I know delivery health sounds super wholesome, and you might be thinking of someone that sells healthy products, but in Japan, it's a service where a girl goes to a customer's place and provides exciting health-related activities that gets your heart pumping. It's prostitution, don't make me say it. So this girl was selling her body to give the money she earned to a guy that was playing a hot anime character? Huh? Voice actors in the past did not necessarily have to be attractive. However, with the advent of social media, voice actors are more and more expected to play a pseudo boyfriend-girlfriend role. They now release albums, form girls unit like Iris, and hold fan meetings. In such a competitive industry where only a selected few can make a living, only after paying for expensive tuitions to go to voice acting schools, female voice actresses at times are even asked to go to auditions in their swimsuits. Meanwhile, male anime voice actors are now the rock stars of Japan, with one scandal after another coming out. Marriage rate is decreasing in Japan as in the rest of the world, and more people are deferring to get married. Because in this volatile employment and economic environment, many younger people cannot get married. Marriage and romance in this era have become a luxury for the haves. When there are more unmarried people than before, you can now see why adult women can get duped by actors from such a cutthroat industry that sells fake romance. Recent major scandals include 40-year-old Tatsuhisa Suzuki, who did the voice for anime popular among girls, who cheated on his anime singer wife Lisa with his fan and was later admitted to a hospital after attempting unaliving. So this one seems like a regular adultery, if regular adultery is a thing. But the scandal of Takahiro Sakurai was worse due to the implications of his actions. Sakurai from anime hits like Jujutsu Kaisen and Kimetsu the Demon Slayer is 49 years old, and he was having an affair with not one, but 2 women for over 10 years, promising that he would marry them when he was already married. And these 2 actors both appeared in Conan. So strictly speaking, it's not a crime to string along women in their 30s with a promise of starting a family together. So I guess Detective Conan can't do anything here. And all this is happening partially because our consumer economy has shifted its focus from simply making people buy things to offering experiences. Anime industries that mainly relied on selling DVDs to survive now need to find other ways to make money. Since streaming killed products being judged for their qualities alone, anime industry now has to create emotional bonds with the customers to survive. People now want to pay for the experience that they can share on social media because that's how we interact now. The movie screening for the basketball anime Slam Dunk gets more love than the actual Japanese basketball games. Conan movie screenings look like idol concerts.
人気キャラクターの灰原哀が登場すると
Obviously, these people aren't screaming at the screen to cheer on the drawings, but the audience are screaming to experience being in the moment with other people as one. On top of this, more and more people are lonely these days. The latest Japanese government poll showed that 70% of men and 50% of women in their 20s were single, and 24% of women and 38% of men in their 20s have never dated anyone. Okay, that number to me seems pretty normal, but you can now understand why a business selling pseudo-romance is a boom worldwide. I personally think that if you are selling your body to speak to an anime character, you kinda got your priorities mixed up. I agree that it's good that we are no longer shaming women for not being virgins, but do we also want to live in a society where selling your body has gone so mainstream to the point that OnlyFans girls and something related seem to pop up in every other topic? Adult films are supposed to be fantasy and not reality. We keep seeing this line between reality and fantasy getting blurred more and more. By the way, I gotta ask you guys, when was your moteki? When you got the most romantic attention? Let me know in the comment section, and since the last video, the percentage of my viewers who have subscribed to my channel have increased from 3% to, drumroll please, 6%. And I am happy that this happened in just a few days. So thank you to everyone who has subscribed, and if you haven't, why? Which other channel talks about things like moteki? If you enjoyed this video, you might like this one about the Leonardo DiCaprio of Japan, or this one where Japanese TV tried to tell girls that they need to be okay being groped.